Cal from Cal's Crafts. Welcome back if you've been before. Hi, this is your first time. I've got my candle, my fig and mulberry litten for anybody that needs a little bit of thoughts or prayers or positivity. So I've got that lit. So I'll just move that out of the way because I've got, I don't want to set myself on fire, do I? So I thought I need to swatch my Brutfuner 120 oil pencils. So I thought, why not do it with you lot and do some tag questions, because I haven't done a tag question for a long time. So I've got a cup of tea. So pause, go and grab yourself a cup of tea. Come and join me. So I've got my new pencil case. So what I thought I'd do is take them out of this one and put them into that one. So we need a pen, don't we? Why didn't you remind me that we need a pen to write with? And my blinking daughter's nicked my pen. I usually hide a pen, black pen, in my pot. But my little girl this morning, well, not so little, decided that she wanted it. Does that one work? Yeah, that one works. She's got to have it. Well, hello! That bump then was a little puppy dog coming in. So I've got a wonky old pen to write the codes in. We've got my Pussycat pencil case that was very kindly gifted, Secret Santa gift. So I'm very good. And this is supposed to hold 120. So you put 3 in each thing. So I'm going to leave that one 120. 3, 6, 9, 12, 31. 27 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 27 times 6 equals 162, and we've got 120. So if I leave that one, because what I tend to do with these pencil cases, whatever ones I've pulled out, I usually keep in there if I'm working on a picture that's coming and going, if you know what I mean. You do a bit, stop a bit, do a bit, stop a bit. So these are them all. Oh gosh, although this is a pretty good doodah, but it's a pain getting these out, and it's got some cheap books which are going to be just good for just, you know, fiddling with. And then we've got some reds, yellows, greens, some blues and greys, some more greens, browns. That's like a gold colour, isn't it? And we've got some blues and some purples and some pinks and purples. So if we do that one on that one, that's like oranges into reds. What's that creamy colour? I don't know. They all look all mixed. What I might do is just swatch them, put them in, and then move them around after, because it doesn't really matter what order they're in at the moment. So I've got a piece of paper that came with it, so you can do your DIY colour list. Can you see what I'm doing? Probably just, and probably my dad will turn up with a good guess, because he has got the habit of turning up when I'm filming him, bless him. So right, so I'll put them there, and then when I swatched them, I'm going to put them in there. So I might pull the chair out and move that down there. That's if the dog doesn't come and sit on it. So how's everybody's week going? Mine's doing all right. So I won't tell you the numbers or anything. I'll just answer the questions on my doodah, because all I'll do is do like a lighter one and then into a darker one, and I'll just roughly do that with all, and then all I do is, I don't know if you can see there is a number, I just put the number there, and then it goes in the pencil case, which would be that way up, wouldn't it? figure out which way it's going. So right, the first question on the list was, do you have any brothers? Nope. No brothers. I always wanted a brother though, but never had one. Sisters, yes, you all know that I have one sister, Jacqueline, who lives in a home. She's very, very well looked after. She's 3 years older than me. And when we were kids, she looked after me well. She was my big sister until she became ill. And now she, as you know, she doesn't know me now, but I know her, and that's all that matters. Oh, I tell you what, it's hard to read some of these 069 with these glasses. Oh, I got a couple of pieces of paper to put under this because I can feel the wood of the table. Can you see the texture of the wood on my table? Because it's quite textured, because we didn't sand it, we just let the texture of the wood come through. What's your favourite food? Well, most foods are my favourite. I like food, but I do like lasagna. Anyway, I'm not a fussy eater. We couldn't afford to be fussy when we were kids, so I do like a roast dinner. But yeah, I'm probably an easy pleaser food wise. I don't eat a big portion, but I like most foods. Not many foods that I don't like. And my favourite food is when somebody else cooks it as well. I prefer somebody else's cooking to my cooking, I have to admit. I love it when Grant cooks, although he only can cook a few things, but when he does, it's just so nice. I absolutely love it. I think we all do, don't we, when somebody else cooks? It's always nice. Do you speak any languages? Nope. I can speak a few words in Swahili, a few words in Spanish, a few in German, a few in thing, but that's it. That's as far as it goes. Just basically say hello, how are you? And can you speak English? That's as far as I go. I never seem to. When we had French in school, this is how they taught a language when I was in school. They had these little booth things, and you sat in them, and you put these headphones that didn't, only one earbud thing worked. They were great big huge things. They'd stick you in the booth, and they say, right, listen to that and answer the questions, and it would be all in French. You would have absolutely no idea what they were saying. So did you pay attention? Nope. Used to get a piece of paper out, we did, and we all used to just scribble and draw things on pieces of paper to the lesson. Teacher never told us, you know, what they were talking about, what we needed to learn, nothing. She wasn't interested at all, so I made sure I didn't take French. Now I look back and I wish that I did take French, because I do like the French language, but I think I'm too old now. I can't hold on. I've got a condition which doesn't hold on to information very well, so it takes me a long time to hold on to information, you know, new information when there's a lot of it. But I've always wanted to learn Spanish. So I said maybe one day I'll get one of these cassettes that you can play, and it just says the English version and the Spanish version, and get you to repeat like that. But somebody said there's loads of ones on YouTube as well, so I might have a look into that as well, because I need to hear how a word is pronounced. I don't want to just try and figure it out myself, because you can guarantee that I would definitely do it wrong. Grant is brilliant with all languages. He speaks Swahili, he speaks English, he can speak some Japanese, some Chinese, some Cantonese. He speaks very good Arabic. He's not fluent, but he can have a good conversation. He can speak a little bit of Afrikaans as well. He's one of these people that can, you know, just hear it, and he tends to remember the words. What kind of phone do you have? Crappy one. That's my phone. It is a piece of, yeah, it's a Honor Light 10. Now, the phone that this is my old phone up there that I'm recording for, is an Honor 8, and that is a lovely phone. Except the battery life was going on it, that's the reason I changed it. You know, it takes lovely videos, pictures. That thing over there, that Honor 10 Lite is well, it doesn't take very good pictures. I don't really like the way it films. It's always slow and glitchy. It just, yeah, it's not nice. So I'm due to upgrade next year, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get rid of it. I hate it. Grant's got the Hawaii P30 and he loves it. It's the photography that he takes. The quality is absolutely top notch. Honestly, it's amazing. So I don't know whether I'll get one of those or what I'll get when my contract ends. It'll be interesting though to see what's out there when I do. What's the weirdest thing you eat? I like Marmite and cheese sandwich. That probably gross some people out, but yeah. I do like Marmite and cheese sandwich. I don't think I eat anything else really weird anymore. I'm trying to think. I have had a pickle onion and cheese sandwich before now, because that's quite nice. I don't think I eat anything that's really, really weird. I'm pretty basic with my food, and since I had my gallbladder out, I got to be careful what I eat anyway, because it will affect that. Where were you born? I was born in a seaside town about an hour away, which is my favourite place to go, called Aberystwyth. My mum was in there from when she was, I think she was about 5.5 months pregnant. And she was transferred, and she stayed in the hospital until she had me. She had me at 36 weeks. And I was £8, 10 ounces. I was a big baby. She had terrible problems keeping me in, but I held on. At 36 weeks, I didn't want to hold on, but I suppose at £8, 10, I'm not surprised. I wanted to get out in the world. I bet my mum was relieved as well to get me out of her tummy. Oh, 22, oh, 22. Yeah, but Aberystwyth is one of my favourites. I do like this. I do love the sea. I like going to seaside when I don't feel well and watching the waves. I can just sit in a car and just listen to the waves going. And I can sit there for hours. Grant knows if I'm really poorly, that's where he'll take me. You know, if I'm mentally poorly as well, he'll take me there, and we'll just sit on the front. And then we'll get a bag of chips or something for lunch, and we'll just sit there and watch the waves. And those lit, I do. What's your favourite hobby? Ooh, that's a hard one now, isn't it? I've got so many now. I haven't got a favourite, I must admit. It depends what mood I'm in. Like some days I want to diamond paint. Some days I want to do a bit of colouring. some days I want to cross stitch, and I have started to do a bit of knitting, and I've had the urge lately to try and find, which I might do after this if I remember. Let me put that there, crocheting. Granny blanket. Look for. I need to find my granny blanket that I started to crochet, because I got the urge to do a bit of crocheting, so I need to find that. So yeah, I like all that. Let me cross stitching. Cross stitching has been taking a forefront lately because I'm really enjoying all the ones that I've got of that. What was your favourite subject in school? I liked maths, believe it or not. I did like maths. Found it fascinating, numbers, although I got maths dyslexia as well. I had to be very careful. Reread, as they say, but I did like maths. Numbers fascinate me. I always wanted to be I always thought I'd like to have a go at being an accountant. I didn't always wanted to be a vet's nurse, but yeah, I wanted to be a vet's nurse, and if not, then I wanted to be an accountant. But yeah, if you're not very good, if you've got any form of dyslexia, yeah, it's very hard to go into a career like that. So yeah, but maths I liked. I really wanted to do woodwork. I was desperate to do woodwork, but girls weren't allowed to do woodwork or metalwork when I was in school. We had to do needlework and cookery, which I hated with a vengeance. Both of them. How old are you? I am the grand old age of 53. And I still can't believe that I'm in my 50s. Time has gone so quick, and people tell you, mum and dad says, enjoy it, life flies you by, and it does, folks. 53 already. Doesn't seem like yesterday that I was 23. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Still here, still plodding along. I'm a plodder. And I don't really want to move anywhere, so not unless I became rich and I could move to like St Ives or Tenby or something. But apart from that, I'm quite happy where I am. And I hope in 5 years I'm still on YouTube and talking to you lot. That would be a nice goal to have, wouldn't it? That one doesn't blend very well. Look. What's your favourite colour? Well, my favourite colour's changing. I don't know whether it's something to do with age or what. I used to be definitely purple. Purple all the way. Didn't like green. I knew that for a fact. But purple was the colour. Amethyst, rings and stuff. That's what I wanted. I liked sapphires as well. I liked the blues. But now I quite like greens for some unknown reason. I am drawn to greens. I think earthy colours I like. So I couldn't say specifically one type of colour more than another one. But yeah, earthy tones I do like. What was the best job you ever had? I've never had a good job. It was always about getting a job, pay the bills so I could live in town and not in the country. So I've never really had a job that I could honestly say that I enjoyed. It was okay, it wasn't bad. I did enjoy working behind the bar when I did bar work part-time. That was a bit of fun. But that was like a part-time job. But I did have a laugh with that. Brought me out of my shell a little bit, that did. What's the worst job you ever had? Well, I didn't realise that at the time, but probably working in the factory that I worked in for 20 years. because that's what's knackered my body up, because it was a very, very demanding, physical, hard grafting job that I did. Very physical on your body, especially your legs and arms, which I am now suffering from. And I regret working all the hours I used to work as well. But you do what you got to do, don't you? And you don't know these things until later in life. I'm definitely going to have to move some of these colours around, because that would go into there, and then the blues. So I might do another chart after this and work out which ones will go with what. What sport do you play? Me? Come on now. Let's wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble. Let's fall. Yeah, I would. Wibble, wobble. You know them wibble, wobble toys? I can't remember what they were called. And they were like rounded and they would just wibble back and forth. That would be me. All my wobbly bits would be going all over the place. No, I don't do sport. I used to like playing rounders, which is like your baseball. And I was quite good at that. And I was a shot putter, because I was a big girl. I was quite good at shot put. But do sports now, you're having a laugh. My sport is getting to the car in one piece without tripping and falling. Would you rather live in the city or the country? Country. Definitely I'm a country bumpkin. I grew up in the country. I know I'm living in a small town now. But if we had the money, I'd go and live in a lovely barn conversion in the middle of nowhere. I'd be at my happiest. Have a wood by the side of me where I could go and you can go and walk in the woods and collect the wood, and yeah, I'd go tomorrow. Granted wants to go in the mud hut in the middle of bloody Africa. That's where he'd be in his element. Just have his carving tools, plenty of wood. Near some woods it'd have to be though. So he'd have plenty of wood to carve and he'd be happy. No, country definitely. I'm definitely a country girl, not a city girl at all. What kind of music do you like? Any apart from opera. I can't stand opera. I'm sorry. I know people go to these operas and they burst into tears because it's so moving and all that and that. Grant likes opera and he has to play it in the garden because I hate it. I really do. I find it oppressive, depressing. Oh, no. I don't mind a bit of country. I like modern country, I think, more than. But I don't mind the old-fashioned country. I love rock. I like a variety. I love pop. I haven't really got a genre, as they say, that I like. I like all music. If it's got a nice tune, I like it. I do get, I don't know why I'm bothering even putting the white in there because you can't see it. I don't like songs that you can't understand the bloody word they're saying. That pees me off. I do get a little bit peed off with that. I say to the girls, turn it off. It's a load of shit. I don't like it. And they say, oh, it's all right. I said, you can't even understand what they're saying. No, I can't be doing with it. No. Or a song that's got loads and loads of swear words in. Don't get me wrong, I swear with the best of them, but I don't think they need to F and blind some of these songs that they do, especially when they know kids are going to be listening to them. They can still get their point across with not as many. You know, and I do swear, so, you know, I'm not that, but I just think if you've got kids listening to it, you should tone it down a bit. What kind of movies do you like? I love romantic comedies. I just find them really, I like a film that's pleasant to watch, that makes you feel good. I've watched the tearjerkers and I'm howling and crying for hours after, and I won't watch horror. I do like the odd action film. I was one in my younger days. I was very much a Steven Seagal fan. I think I had every film that he'd got. Well, video it was back then. But now it's got romantic comedies. I just find them funny. And I love a Christmas film. I do love Christmas films. When the Cormac brings out their Christmas films, I usually watch them. I haven't this year, but there's a couple that's coming out in November that I do want to see. Yeah, I love anything to do with Christmas. So Christmas films, yeah. You got to make the effort to watch them then, haven't you? I think so anyway. What do you think? What does that say, guys? 067. What's your favourite vacation or holidays, as we say here? It's gotta be camping or caravanning. I just love that outdoor feel. Camping when the weather's not absolutely, but mind you, even when it's raining, I don't mind it, to be fair. But yeah, I just like them type of holidays because you've got to be a family, especially camping. You've got to make your own entertainment, and if you've got kids, they've got to, you know, play board games or card games and things like that. And we tend to do that in a caravan as well. You know, all the board games come out and you go for more walks, and yeah, I love that. So and it would be like Tenby or Cornwall. I've always wanted to go camping in France for the simple reason is, one, the weather would be better, but two, I'd love to be able to go and buy my fresh bread and get the fresh cheese and ham in the morning and have that for your breakfast. Could you imagine it? It would be so nice, wouldn't it? Just picking up a fresh baguette, baguette, some fresh cheese, some fresh Parma ham, and yeah. I might get to do it one day if I'm lucky. You never know. It might happen. Grant said he doesn't mind that idea. I did try and pitch it to the kids, but no. They said if they were going to go abroad, they want to go in a hotel. But we never know when holidays are going to be again, so we'll have to make do with Cornwall and Tenby, I think. Which is fine by me. Pups has been to Tenby, haven't you, in the caravan? She's not been camping though, so that would be a good experience. I think she'd love it. Wouldn't you? You'd love it, being able to get in and out the tent and things. She'd be in her element, I think. Because we go to the same campsite that we go caravanning or tenting. Because it's only small. It's only there's no like shop or bar or anything. It's just the campsite, that's it. And it's small, isn't it, Paps? We've got some ironworks opposite that we go and walk here, and she absolutely loves it. I need to speed up a bit, don't I? Else we're going to be here all day. What's the next question? What places have you lived? Mum and Dad's in the country. Well, there's a little tiny village in the middle of nowhere. It's very small. Then I moved to town. I think I was 18 or 19, was I? And then I moved I did go to a place called Ross and Wye, which is in Herefordshire for a while, for about just under a year, but I couldn't get a job, so I used up all my savings, so I came back, because I was desperate to live down there, because I love that area, but I ended up coming back. So I lived in a flat then until I met my husband. And then we moved into a bungalow in a little tiny village a couple of miles away from here. And then into this house. So we've been in this house, how old's Jessie? So 14 years we've been here. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. And that's my husband. He's lived all over the world. So, you know, he's totally different. What countries have you visited? Athens. I went to Greece, so I stayed in Glyfada, just outside Athens. I've been to, where else have I been to? Well, the Algarve, not Portugal, the Algarve. I went there, which I loved. Very nice people there. We went to a non-tourist part of that. That was my first experience abroad, and it was lovely. I've been to Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife. I haven't been to Lanzarote. Been to Egypt, stayed in Luxor, and travelled to Cairo. Been to Tanzania, been to the island of Zanzibar, Tunisia. I think that's about it. Oh, and went to Amsterdam, which I loved. I'd go back to Amsterdam tomorrow. It's such a pretty city and cultured city. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if I've been to any others. I think that's probably about it. I have been to Gran Canaria a couple of times. I loved that island. It's one of my favourites. I don't know why I'm drawn to that more than the other islands, but I am. Do you have any animals? Oh, anybody that knows me knows my animals. So if you're new, I have 3 animals. I have a cat, Ellie. She's the oldest. She's 9. Is she not? Yeah, she's 9. She rules the roost. She's a top dog, as they say. And she's a big tabby cat. And yeah, she's got the belly that drags on the floor. You know, pretty similar build to her mama. But she is lazy. She only does what she absolutely has to. She sleeps the rest of the time. Sleep, eat, and do what you absolutely have to. That's how she lives. And she's as happy as Larry. But she is loving. She's a real cutchy cat. She won't sit on you, but she'll cutch by your head or your belly or something. And then we've got Molly, who's she's either 7 or 8. She's a year younger than Ellie. She's black and white and she's bipolar. One minute she can be loving and the next minute she'll poke your eyes out with her claws. She will sit on your knee, but when she sits on your knee you're absolutely terrified in case she's going to turn on you. Because she has been known to just be all nicey and then turn around and give you a slap like she did a Millie at the weekend. She went for Millie's neck. So yeah, and then we've got the most gorgeous little Cavapoo. And everybody on my channel knows Lily Lou, don't they, Lily? She's on the camel saddle. And yes, it is a proper camel saddle that was on a camel. She's sat on there comfy, having a little snooze. Because it's hard work being a doggy, isn't it, pups? Yeah. And she is my little angel. She's my first ever dog. So I've always had cats, even as a kid. It was always cats. I've never allowed a dog. And she is spoilt rotten. Yeah. She's absolutely ruined. But again, she has a cage because she's got a crate or cage, whatever. But the door's always open because that's her safe haven. So if she wants peace and quiet, she goes in there. Nobody touches her, and I mean nobody. Not even me, Grant. Nobody. None of us touch her until she comes out. Not unless something was wrong, obviously, but yeah, so she knows she can go in there. And then she's got a bed, And now Grant bought her a massive huge cushion thing as well at the weekend. Loads of toys, but because she's not allowed treats because of her pancreatitis, so she's got a few extra toys Daddy's bought you, isn't he? And Mummy. But she is spoiled. She sleeps in our bed, well, in between our pillows, because she doesn't molt either, which is lovely. Do you, babes? And she never smells really of wet dog either, which is weird. But I don't know if it's the fact that she doesn't molt or what, I don't know. I know, fine. And you? Just you talk. Oh, fat cat's down. Hey, girl. You okay? She says, I've come down a bit hungry. She's had a sleep for an hour, so she's a bit hungry now, so she'll have to come down and have a bit of food. And then she'll go out again. Yeah? You're a good girl. What's your favourite ice cream flavour? I love honeycomb ice cream. But probably vanilla, believe it or not. But saying that, we bought a mango and strawberry ice cream. Oh my gosh, it's lovely. Me or Millie weren't sure that we'd like it at all. Jessie hasn't tried it yet. Yeah, it's very Moorish. Very, very Moorish. So I do like that one. But yeah, if you go out to the ice cream parlour, it's usually, I like honeycomb. It's probably the one I'll go for. The girls like mint and stuff. Grant likes rum and raisin. He's a rum and raisin boy. What's your zodiac sign? I am a Gemini, so split personality. And people do tell me I've got a split personality. 1 minute I could be laughing and the next minute I'm crying my eyes out. I don't get angry very often. I get upset, but not really angry that way. And I am an air sign. And what did it say? I looked this up earlier because I thought, what's an air sign? And apparently the hardest people to pin down, and it's just the way they like it. Air signs are quick, curious, flirty and smart. Nope. They make great writers, artists, communicators, charmers. Nope, that's not me. The element of air gives people a light, changeable quality to them. There is always something slightly distant or unreachable. Nope, that's not me. The most open person you can meet. Watch out for air signs floating off, ghosting you or simply vanishing. Nope, that's not me. I make a point that I always answer and speak to people. When they do commit to people or projects, they need it to be interesting to stick around. Nope. If I take an interest in you, it's usually I'm around for life. You've got me for life. Because I'm very picky. Air signs are great people to know because they expand your music library, friend group, vocabulary, book collection above all your mind. Well, I'm no good at remembering music. I've got very limited friends. I'm not very good at vocabulary because I'm highly dyslexic. I haven't got hardly any books. And my mind is frazzled. So I don't see how I'm an air sign. But there you go. So, but I'm apparently an air sign. So that proves that they're totally wrong then, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm a Gemini. Have you ever had surgery? Yep, I have. I've had a few exploratory ones. We won't say where, but we've had a few of them for different reasons. I think I've had 3 of those. I had a lump removed from under my arm and part of the top of my breast. What does that say? I've had my gallbladder out. And then I've had a couple of operations on my gums. But that's about it. Nothing major. You know. Oh, everything that I've had, I've always been in and out the same day. Apart from my gallbladder, I think I had it 4 o'clock the one evening and I was out by 1 o'clock the following day. Not like it used to be. They want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Like, good girl. Got any more questions? Is that it on that one? What's your favourite cereal? Don't think I have one. I'm not a cereal girl. I probably like granola. I will eat the occasional granola. But I'm not a cereal person. I'm a toast person in the morning. What's your favourite dress style? Anything that's comfortable. I am not a fashion person at all. I don't follow trends or whatever. If it's comfortable and I like the look of it, I wear it. That's as simple as it gets, or as complicated as it gets, I should say. Yeah. I've got no style about me at all. A tramp could probably dress better than I can. I just put on what I like and what I feel comfortable. And if you don't like what I'm wearing, well, you don't have to look at me. So that's the way I look at it now. I tried fashion when I was younger. Never suited me, so now I think just comfort's better. Do you read much? I go through phases where I'll read books a lot. And then I go through phases where I don't read at all. I haven't read for ages, but I've just bought a book and I've just started to read that. So I read a couple of pages before I go to bed. I limit myself to a couple of pages. Well, a chapter. I usually say read one chapter and that's it, because otherwise I have been known to stay up for hours and hours and hours reading. So my rule is that if I read in bed, I'm only allowed to read one chapter. And I do tend to stick to that now. And last question. Are you a homebody? Oh my gosh, yes I am. I absolutely love being at home. It's my safe place to be. I can shut out the outside world. I haven't got to think of anything else, just what my own little family and my own little world. That noise is a cat trying to put a paw in a water bowl. She doesn't drink water like a normal cat. She has to put a paw in and then drink it off the paw. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But yeah, I love being at home. You know, if I go out, it's literally just shopping, and I will go for a cup of tea with two of my friends. And it's literally a cup of tea, then home. That's it. That's as much as I do. I don't do any socialising. Even when we were allowed to socialise, I'm not a social butterfly. Not that I don't want to be with people. I never know what to say. I'm not a talker. I find it very difficult to hold a conversation with somebody or start a conversation with somebody. Do you want to go out, or are you going to go on the windowsill? Yeah, I find it very hard, you know, to start a conversation with somebody is frightening. I think that I'm boring, so do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm definitely homebound. So, homebody. So with that said, I'm going to finish these off camera because I've probably bored you enough now, haven't I? Let me know what you thought of my tag questions. Do you like tag questions? Don't you like tag questions? I don't know, but I just thought give me something to do while I was swatching. I'm going to go and grab myself another cup of tea because that one's cold. Is it? Yeah, it's cold and I don't like cold tea. I don't mind cold coffee, but I don't like cold tea. And to prove it, look, I have put them in here. See? Well, that way round. So we have started. and then we're on that one. So with that said, if you haven't subscribed and you fancy seeing my cross stitching, my colouring, my diamond painting, my unboxings or bagging, whatever, my lives, you might want to hit the subscribe button underneath. There's also a notification button that'll let you know when I go live, which is every Sunday, and when I put up a video. All my social medias below, my Patreon page, which is all about trying to help my channel, and you get exclusive information and facts and videos and things. And also my happy mail that I might send out happy mail every now and again. It's all down below, or just leave me a comment because I love to chat. But with that said, take care, look after yourselves and stay safe. Love you all.